Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I see there's one person in the room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually minimize this window. Jesse N, thank you so much for tuning in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait a couple of minutes until the room fills up. And we're going to talk about something very serious that's near and dear to me. And actually, I should have brought out a gun for demonstration, but I'm just going to leave well enough alone and not sweat the small stuff. So I'm going to wait. We're going to talk about really why they want our guns. And you're going to hear a very unique scenario from me. You might not like it. So I'm going to give it a couple of minutes. And let's see, I'm going to try to get some additional light here on the subject. So while I'm waiting to discuss this gun thing, I'm going to just say hello to a few people. Jesse N, thank you for being the first one in the house. Rooster, thank you for being my moderator or one of my moderators. Michael Palm, a little Berkey water right here. Bernard, Onokor. I can't even pronounce that. Hello. Phantom Soldier, thank you. So, Michael Palm, can you say hi to Jorny? Jorny, I hope you're doing well. I hope I pronounced that. Benji, and do you know about the book, Behold a Pale Horse? I do not know that, but I can probably Google that page number after I get off. Just remind me. TAC 556, my favorite round. Who are they? Lord Humongous. You know who I'm talking about. The people who run this world, the Illuminati, whatever you want to call them. Our government, the elite. Actually, I think it's our government and the elite do the bidding for the people who really run this world. There is a hierarchy to everything, whether you want to believe it or not. You go to work. Well, let's start at the home. You're in home. There's a hierarchy in your home. There is. And the person sitting at the top of the triangle is the boss. You know, I realize that in a marriage, there's two people that, debate, but there is a hierarchy. You leave that home and you're driving through your city, there's a hierarchy, your city government and whatnot. You get to work, there's a hierarchy. And within work, and this is going to relate to guns, and within work, there is several hierarchies depending on the department, and then maybe human resources, which is above the departments, and then you got your board of directors, your owners, blah, 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 blah. So there's multiple hierarchies over each other at work. You fly around the country, you've got a federal hierarchy after you leave the state, which has its own hierarchy. I can go on and on and on. The point I'm trying to make about this hierarchy, there is, whether you like it or not, and whether you know it or not, there is a hierarchy in this world. Everywhere we go, I just already mentioned a few of them, there is a hierarchy. And there is, I'll say it again, a hierarchy that runs this world. There's some of the most richest people, and they have enough money to pay off anything. And they're finding it more difficult to pull the wool over our eyes. And that is one of the reasons they want our guns. That was my prelude. I'm going to wait a couple of more minutes before I go on this gun rant. A little Berkey water here. Oh, this is really nice. Jesse N, I'm not sure if you remember me. I used to watch your live streams. I remember when I told you I was 14 and I had around 120 ounces of silver then. Now I have about 250 ounces of silver and about 1 ounce of gold. That is why I do videos right there. When people tell me I got them into stacking silver and they were just a young one, and now they freaking got 250 ounces and gold. Love it. That's why I do these videos. So back to this hierarchy. The people who really run this world want everybody under their control. They want to be able to, basically, I said this before in many videos, slavery never ended. It was perfected. And that is not a racist comment. I shouldn't have to defend myself. We are all slaves, both black and white, brown and Chinese. We're all slaves. And this is their system. This is their monopoly board. They run it. They've made the rules. They want your guns because it's getting more difficult to pull the wool over your eyes. You're waking up due to the internet and the ability to get news that is beyond mainstream. I've said this in many videos. They don't want these mass shootings to end. I'll let that sink in for a moment. Do you know why they don't want the mass shootings to end? It is the ammunition in which they use to take away your guns. We need to take away your guns because of these mass shootings. Imagine this. Imagine, bingo, no more mass shootings. From now till the end of time, what would be their excuse to take away your guns? There would be no excuse. They need that excuse. Without it, what are they going to say? Why they want your guns? They can't just come out and say, well, we need to control you. Turn in your guns. There are people who do not want you to have guns. Why does a person not want somebody else armed? Give you another couple of seconds. The reason is they fear you for some reason. What have you done to these people with guns? Will they find out soon? Will they have the ability to stand up and free themselves, to get revenge for that matter? That is why they want your guns. You are slowly waking up to what they have done to you. You are slowly waking up to realizing slavery never ended. We are all slaves. And when people start waking up, or when they have lost everything, they will lose it all. They will lose control. They are attempting to avoid their repercussions, the repercussions that they deserve, maybe. They don't want you to be able to defend yourself when they need to control you. See, they would like to control you regardless of whether you woke up or not. We don't care what you know. We don't care what is right or wrong. This is our world, and you will abide by our rules, whether they are right or wrong, whether you like it or not. Or our armies will shove it down your throats. But they can't do that if we can stand up for ourselves. Take a look at communist China. Those people know they are being done wrong, but there's not a thing they can do against it. So I say this again. They do not want these mass shootings to be over with. They need mass shootings. They can care less about the children in the schools. Trust me on this. There's two classes of people, them and the slaves, you and us. We are expendable. We are pawns. They can care less about the children who get mowed down by guns. They can care less about the innocent. They can care less about the guilty. They can care less about the drugs. By the way, I believe those drugs were put here by the elite to further degrade our society, to dumb us down. But we won't go into that. And we won't go into the removal of God from our society by these same folks. See, people who tend to live by what they believe God wants tend to lead a more wholesome life. They tend not to do harm to their fellow people around them. But when they can remove these pillars of humanity, they actually are breaking down like a building, removing the supporting structures of society, and it slowly degrades. We now dress like prostitutes, and we now use the word cuss word. We use cuss words in a grocery store or in a restaurant, even though there's a 4 or 5 year old sitting next to us. We have our humanity has been bred out of us. Not maybe you and I, but on a whole, humanity is being slowly bred out of us. Take a look at the welfare recipients. And I'm not talking about first-time welfare recipients. I'm not talking about the people who really need welfare. I'm talking about people who are on welfare. Their children grow up to be on welfare. They become adults. Their children grow up to be on welfare. And each generation, I call it generational welfare recipients. Each generation that goes by gets less and less of an education and more of that humanity bred out of them. Take a look at some of the YouTube videos where they just go up to some old man and punch him in the face and they stand around and laugh at him. They used to call it, what, the punching game? And that's just one of many, many examples. It's kill you for a pair of $7 tennis shoes. They kill you for nothing. Our society is being broken down. And now back to the guns. They want your gun so they can control you. It is the last leg you can stand on. It is your last line of defense. Your last line of defense, folks. Can I get an amen? I mean, am I making any sense? If you think I'm stupid, just call me stupid. I won't bash you back. I won't down talk you. I need to know if I'm with you or you're with me. Am I barking up the right tree? Do you really think they want gun violence to end? If they really want your guns, they need some excuse to take them. The only excuse is the mass shootings. That's the only excuse they got. So do you think they really want those mass shootings to end? Do you really think they care whether 50 people get mowed down in a school? I want you to think about that. I know you folks know this because I have some of the smartest subscribers there is. The only people who are going to turn in their guns are law-abiding people, people who abide by the law, people who respect the law. I got to say it many different ways and multiple ways to get it to sink in. People who do not obey the law, the people who do not respect the law, the people who make their living skirting the law, doing illegal activities, will not turn in their guns. The power structure will change. They will be in control over us. Right now, the power is pretty much even. I think we have the power over the criminals. But can you imagine? They don't even need to worry. If we all turned in our guns, they wouldn't even need to worry about kicking in your door. Right now, they're worried. Should I kick in? What are the repercussions? Will I get shot? There could be a gun, or there could be a couple of people in the house armed, and they'll look for an easier target. But when they know society's unarmed, they have nothing to be afraid of now. That is why we cannot turn in our guns. I always tell people, the idiots who and I run into them at work, and they're truly idiots. They think gun-free zones are the best thing. And then I walk right up to them and I look at them in their face. Well, why don't you put a sign on your front yard? A sign that says, "My home is a gun-free zone." No, I can't do that. Oh, then you're a freaking hypocrite. Then you're admitting having a weapon evens the odds out and protects you without even having to use it. Just from them not knowing or wondering. You get my point? They won't attack. People, laws only affect people. Laws only limit people who obey laws. That's what laws are made for, people who obey laws. The people who do not obey laws and the mentally ill will never obey new laws. We can just do 150 more laws tomorrow. It's not going to affect criminals. It's not going to affect the people who are on psychotropic drugs that are just being handed out by pharmaceutical companies. And for you folks that are here, I'm not here to bash you. I'm okay having, agreeing to disagree. But if you really feel that gun-free zones and the way to the peace on earth will come with guns being taken away, you're absolutely wrong. Because guns will never, ever be taken away from bad people. Never. They will not give their guns in. They will hide them, and then they will use them once they know you are disarmed. So I'm getting tired of the politicians. I'm really getting tired of hearing both politicians and news organizations pushing for more laws. And you know what really pisses me off more about this than just what pisses me off is they're not stupid. They're just as smart as us. Those politicians, we can call them stupid all we want. They didn't get to where they are because they're stupid. They're diabolical, but they're smart. Same with the news media outlets. They know. They all know that only law-abiding citizens will turn in their guns. They know this. They know the criminals will keep their guns. But they're communists. They don't care. This is just one more pillar they're pulling out from under the structure or trying to break down society. So I always love this. Well, we in our country, we took away guns, and we now no longer have shootings. We no longer have deaths by guns. It means zero. You still have just as many deaths as we do by murder. They like to use death by guns. We solved the death by guns thing. Yeah, but your knife murders went up 200-fold. You're going to still have the same amount of murders as we do. See, it's just a tool. You take away guns, go use another tool. And again, I challenge you this in Canada. Your criminals still have guns. It's only the legal people that don't have guns. The power structure has switched. Most of your murders now, they're made by other tools of the trade. You still have just as many murders, and you can't fool me. Yes, your gun murders went down, but your overall murders did not. Now they're using knives and whatever other implements they can find. I'm finished with the gun rant. I went on for 20 minutes on that one. Let's just start saying hello to people. I'm answering questions now. You know, Philosopher Bees, thank you for being here in Trump 2020. You know, New York, California, Chicago technically are gun-free zones. I'm over-exaggerating, but my point is the laws are so stringent in those states, yet they have the highest crime rates. There is your proof. There is your petri dish. It don't work, folks. Felonious Bitcoin, thank you so much for being here. Ben Frank and Josh Cravens. Mr. Popzilla, thank you so much. And Brent Brumley, London, England, recently had more murders than New York City. England has stricter gun laws. Josh Cravens, I already said hello. Big K Rouge, thank you for being here. All the shootings in Chicago and other big cities are stolen guns and used by criminals. Again, criminals will always have guns. They don't obey the new laws. So we can make 10 more laws tonight, and they're just 10 more laws the criminals will not obey. Cauldron, thank you. That's 2091. 49er, great job. Thank you so much, 49er. I really appreciate it. Peter Zinger, they want a dumbed down population. They sure do. They want slaves. That is the ultimate goal, by the way. They want slavery. They want a population where they just have slaves. Lord Humongous, keep working for those Federal Reserve notes. Site for silver. They are trying to get a civil war going. Yeah, and there is one. Kirby, Allen, you're dead on the money. Thank you so much, Kirby. Silver Wolverine in the house. Thank you very much. And Prime Oris 007. It's the big pharma drugs. I think it's a little bit of everything. It's big pharma. It's everything. It's a dumbed down society. It's a society that doesn't believe in God. I think it's a recipe. Not one ingredient is going to bake the cake, if you know what I mean. I like talking in parables and metaphors. There's not one ingredient that's going to make society bad. You've got to take down various pillars so everything collapses. And that's what's going on. You take God away. You take history away. You knock down various statues that show us what we did wrong in our past. See, when you take away these historic things, we're bound to repeat these mistakes. And we're doing it now. Mr. Popzilla, thank you so much for the $2. I really appreciate that. Mr. Walkway, we need to tell criminals to give up their guns. That's right. Frank Castle, again. Slinging Silver 84. I think background checks are still a great idea. They're doing background checks. That's my point. They keep saying, well, we need to do background checks. They're doing them. Every time I go buy a gun, I got to put my name in. I got to my name is ran through FBI and God knows whatever other database. I'm told that I go to the gun store, I lay down, I fill out the paperwork, I lay down my driver's license. They'll say, okay, it'll be 20 minutes or half an hour. Come on back. I come on back. They say yay or nay. Most of the time they say yay. And that's it. There was a background. I don't understand this background check. We need to conduct background checks. We're doing that. the news media outlets will have you believe that we're not. Try walking into a gun shop and buying a gun. Dan N in the house. Mark, the devil's plan is almost complete. I'm with you, Mark. It truly is. Jason ordered more silver today or yesterday. Awesome, Jason. That's great. Pumpkin face in the house. It's a recipe for disaster. Robert, a lot of people are blind. They sure are. Paul Taylor, Americans will never rebel again until their pizza, beer, and football, internet, and porn are taken away. I have to say you're correct. And their video games. Did you add video games there? Most of these kids. Stay strong in the Lord. Amen. Who else is in the house? Bottom line, the liberal Democrats are absolutely insane. They sure are. I mean, they certainly are. Again, next time next time, and I don't want you to get yourself in trouble at work, but next time there's a mass shooting, just look at the people that are going, oh God, we need to get rid of guns. Remind them they don't want these mass shootings to end. It is their ammunition to take away your guns, and that's exactly what you tell them. And they'll look at you cross-eyed. You know that libertard stare. What do you mean by that? Well, if they didn't have these mass shootings, they have no excuse to take away your guns. They'll walk away with a fucking diaper rash. Excuse my language, but that's how they'll get a diaper rash. The CIA coined that term. I don't know what term you're talking about, but if you can, let's hit the thumbs up button. Yes, please hit that thumbs up button. I'm working my ass off here. No, I enjoy this. I really do enjoy doing videos where people wake up. For example, not only politically, but that I get emails almost every week about somebody who says, I got into silver stacking because of you. Every week I get 2 or 3 of those emails, and it's such a good feeling that I'm doing something. It really is a good feeling. I know one day that 14-year-old person, now they're 16, I know one day that person's going to be 35, 45, 55, maybe ready for retirement. He's going to look at the stack of silver. And that day when he cashes it all in and he's freaking wealthy, he's going to think about that stupid guy on YouTube that got him stacked silver. Trump 2020, thank you again for that compliment. It makes me feel good. I'll tell you something. I still don't feel very confident. I don't feel really confident in front of the camera. And comments like that really do me good. Thank you very much. Odin's War, B-Pod, the bond market is looking terrible. Yes, it is. Odin's War started stacking because of overtax. Thank you very much, Larry White. I hit about 80 ounces now. That's awesome. You realize that most people don't even have 1 ounce. Let's see. Ben Frank, OG, you came across as very confident. Thank you very much. I'm a good actor. Your stacker videos are the best. I like the shiny bullion. Me too. I got my son into it. He will do well. Awesome. That is by Mr. Pop Ziller. Thumbs up, 80 ounces from Dan M. Slothing Game. Love talking to people who don't know anything about silver. Tell me it's a bad investment. That's okay. Ask them how much money they got in the bank. Yeah, Odin's War. I love those Queen's Beasts. I love them too. Silver Miner, 5 ounce. I hate how these political folks think we're stupid. Yeah, we're not stupid, but unfortunately, Silver Miner, a lot of people are. A lot of people. You realize the YouTube family is just a very small percentage of society. A lot of people don't even go onto YouTube unless they want to, I don't know, look at how to do video. Most people are cemented into their couches and lounges watching CNN NBC. Most corporations, if they have a television on, it is tuned in to CNN, NBC, MSNBC. Society is plugged into those fake news channels. I do a lot of traveling around the country. Every single airport is plugged into CNN, not Fox News, no other news station. Every single airport, CNN. 99% of society gets their news from CNN. That includes countries other than the United States. They are worldwide. And many countries outlaw conservative talk news. Did you know that? I heard a rumor. In the UK, there is no conservative news talk. It's considered terroristic. It's inflammatory. That's what I heard. I've never been there, but that's what I heard. I have to agree with Rooster. Fox is slowly turning into CNN. They're slowly bringing people over. They're slowly hiring them. And pretty soon, those bastards will outnumber the people who are conservative. That's how they take over something. Not like a light switch. They do it so slow you don't even notice it. And one day, the conservatives are outnumbered, and they'll look at you, see, even we switched our mindset. See, now even we believe in socialism. Mark, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Buy an ounce of silver on me, my friend. Keep up what you're doing. Very thankful. Thank you very much. Took me by surprise. Psych for Silver Fox is part of the game, but they used to be. Man, I'm telling you, Fox used to be good, and it's just television Fox that's turning. And not every Fox newscaster is. Many are still conservative. Please understand that. And conservative talk radio, Fox News Radio, 100% conservative. They have not been incorporating any liberal talk show host. So rest assured, the entire Fox radio network is still pure. And many of the freaking newscasters on television Fox are still conservative. But they are doing those round tables where they're inviting a couple of conservatives in. Fast Eddie in the house just started stacking because of you. Grab the gold special under spot. Thank you very much, Fast Eddie. I really appreciate that. It makes me feel good about myself. Sean Schaefer, 210 ounces and 10 more ounces in the mail because of you, brother. Keep up the great contact. That is freaking awesome, man. That is awesome. Who else? Michael, all hotel name brand chains are required to have CNN playing in public televisions. Corporate says it's straight news. I walk around with a mass remote. Gil Hermi Augusto Gameplay. Hello. Hello to you too. Thank you so much. Yeah, I do a lot of traveling. Every airport. It's disgusting. It truly is. When I get quiet, I'm just reading the comments. Wow, Dan M, 15,000 ounces and counting. Wow. Hey, Dan, would you adopt me? I don't even have that much silver. Odin's War. Communists took over from within. Yeah, sure are. If you're just getting here, smash the thumbs up button. Thank you so much, Pumpkin Face. I really appreciate that. $92 people in the room and only 55 thumbs up. Boy, I tell you, I must not be doing a good job today. Tax, you're choppy. Well, Felonius, you're the first person that says I'm choppy. Could be your internet connection. Is there anybody else where my video is coming in poorly? All right, Felonius, baby, you got another website open in the background. That's awesome. You fixed it. Like for silver, clear here. Mine, everybody says it sounds good, not choppy at all. Okay, I think he fixed it, everybody. It's going very well tonight. Boxing, MMA, 365, going very well. I'm feeling very hyped. I'm a little irritated about all this talk for additional gun legislature. Again, the only people who will obey legislation are people who abide by laws, who respect laws. Half of society will not respect it. And that's the problem. When they make a law, it only ties the hands of law-abiding people. It only takes away their rights. See, the criminals will still have their rights to bear arms. They'll just do it illegally, like they do everything else. Don't you understand? Laws only take the rights away. They handcuff the rights of people who obey laws. They is government, Peter. Who are they? They, when they make laws, when I say when they make laws, should be obvious. It should be obvious. It's government. It's the elite. It's the Illuminati, whatever you want to call them. When they make laws, it only affects, laws take rights away. You need to know this. For the most part, obviously, thou shalt not kill, or the law, or it's illegal to kill, that you don't have a right to kill. I'm not saying that, but most of the times, laws hinder the rights of people. They don't have that effect on criminals. Don't you understand? Yeah, Lord, I am not deleting anybody's comments. So I don't know why. I did not get a yellow vest. Never got a yellow vest. Most people don't even know what that is. That comment was for. Remember the yellow vest people in the UK who were protesting. Ken A, France also. Yes, actually, I think Ken A, I think I was mistaken. I think it was France, not the UK. Came out, you black and tans. I don't know what that means. John Hoochin, I don't know what that means. Ryan H. Big, buy a protective vest. The Arte Cabalistica. Yellow vest is in France. Okay, my bad. I will be the first to admit when I'm wrong, and I was wrong. Paul Taylor, any fellow Marines in here tonight? Paul Taylor, thank you for serving. I'm Army, ex-Army. Not a Marine, but still I respect your discipline. Yeah, today I went to Home Depot. I spent about $150. I needed a new orbital sander and some stuff. I got my military discount, 10%. Yeah, I'm really apprehensive about red flag laws. Basically, anybody can report you. You know, the guy takes aspirin. Yeah, he must have mental instability. We need to take his guns away. Or you feel that you might need help and need to talk to a psychiatrist. Boom, mental disability. And you can mark my words, that line will slowly degrade and slowly move till more and more, less and less of an issue will become a reason to take away your firearms. I do not agree with the red flag laws unless it is quite obvious that, hey, this guy is unstable. But I just don't believe a doctor should have the right to report that you're taking medication or that you have regular headaches or anything like that. Yeah, it's going down. That Epstein's throat, bones were broken in his throat. And by the way, I need to correct myself. 2 nights ago or 3 nights ago, I did a live chat where I said there wasn't even a sheet found. At the time, they weren't even reporting a sheet was found wrapped around his neck. Now they're reporting a sheet was found wrapped around his neck. But neck bones were broken. They said it's very rare to have neck bones broken or cartilage broken or whatnot when you self-inflict a strangulation. It only becomes when somebody else is strangling on you. Lonnie Adamson, Adamson. I don't know why you said that, but can you tell us exactly? I mean, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Why do you think Trump is a phony? Exactly what did he do? Roosted Films, they are all elite phonies. Okay. Do you see President Trump's tweet about fake news? Fredo. Yeah, I've seen a lot of those. I think Trump likes to anger them. He does it. He's playing them. He's playing them. Anyway, folks, he ran a building, a wall, and hasn't built nothing. He ran on building a wall and hasn't built nothing. So that is an incorrect statement. If you're saying Trump has not built any wall, that is very incorrect statement, Odin. I would definitely double check that on the internet. Maybe Google how much wall has been built since 2016. San Diego wall just finished. So, I just say, hey, California loves their illegals. Why don't we confiscate their walls? That's what we do. We steal their walls and we reposition those walls so nobody can leave California. And it'd be its own petri dish. Let them live the way they want. Let them import as many illegals as they want. And let's see how that petri dish festers up. He's built close to 400. No, I don't want to over-exaggerate. What did I hear on the news today? By the end of this year, he will have built close to 370 miles worth of wall. That's what I heard today. So I think your information, respectfully, is a little incorrect. I live Tucson, Arizona. I live 30 minutes from the border. I've seen wall go up in some of the other sections on both sides of Nogales. Look up Arivaca, California. Arivaca, California. Look up Bisbee and all that. It's going up. I see it. I'm a witness. I think You need to look at different sources of news because I don't think you're getting the real picture. Okay, buddy? "17 miles." CNN said 17 miles yesterday. Just yesterday, maybe. Well, I wouldn't know that, but I can tell you what I heard today. By the end of the year, it will be close to 350 or 375. So they're over 200 miles. And I think there's certain things Trump needs to say to appease. And the red flag laws, yeah, he's not. So you got to understand, nobody's perfect. And just because they say one thing you don't like, that doesn't mean everything is no good. Yeah, I don't agree with Trump's agreement with red flag laws. But that doesn't mean I go out and bash every last word he says. Oh, he's incompetent. He's an idiot. He's a thief. He's a liar. He's a Russian spy. All because I didn't agree with one thing. Nobody's perfect. Do not be fooled by the news that everything that somebody does has to be in agreement with you. I don't agree with the red flag laws either. I said that about 20 minutes ago. And if that's what Trump wants to do, then that's just one thing that many I don't agree with. But that doesn't mean I won't vote for him again. And he might just be appeasing the left a little bit. Who knows? He hasn't done it yet. We shall see. If anybody gets near the wall, write my name on it. This part of the wall is brought to you by another overtaxed taxpayer YouTube channel. I dare you to do that. I would love. Oh my God, I'd probably get arrested, but do it anyway. It's worth it. Jason, thank you so much for being in the house. And again, every one of you, whether you agree with me or not, I'm here to respect you. And I see a lot of the comments, they don't like Trump, but you're being respectful. And that's all I'm asking of you. You know, as soon as you're a dick, we have nothing to talk about. But you're being respectful, and I got to respect your opinion. But message in a bottle, thank you for being here. Let's see, what did he say, or he or she? Message in a bottle, you really have to do this research. Mainstream will not inform you. It misinforms you. Not only does mainstream misinform you, you know the biggest lie is not telling you any lie. Matter of fact, omitting information, leaving out information is the best way to lie. See, when you say false statements, then it's obvious that lie can be determined later on in the future. But when you leave out stuff, plausible deniability. And that's what the news does. They leave out stuff. They won't report that. CNN will never report that he's built over close to 300 miles. Will never report that of wall. They will never report that Mexico is actually stopping now the illegals from coming into our country. Mexico is turning them away at their southern border. They will never let you know that. 5-ounce bar is a nice bar. I also like the 10-ounce bar. Joe Smith, hate or love Trump, it doesn't matter. The alternative was much worse. I agree. Adam Ramirez, thank you. I wonder why the FBI arrested veterans that went to protect the border. Yeah, they did arrest some of them in past years. And you got to wonder why. Did they want to, were they saving face? See, there's another thing I don't agree with, but this wasn't Trump's fault. You got to remember that happened under Obama, didn't it? Regardless, I think the FBI is trying to save face. They don't want to look like fools and let the civilians handle their problems. That's what I think is really going on when that happens. Thank you, Rooster. I appreciate that tidbit of news. Food. Anyway, folks, I gotta run. I appreciate everything that you've done. I appreciate the time that you spend with me. I realize that you have to work tomorrow and put in 8, 9, 10 hours, and it's getting late for you, but yet you're here. Go to bed, get some rest, have a good day tomorrow, folks. And I really appreciate you coming out and watching me. I'm going to go spend the rest of the evening with my wife. Take care. And thank you again. I need a shave, man. By the way, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up before you leave. And click that little bell icon. It'll let you know every time I put out a video and every time I go live. It'll inform you. Take care.